two or three of the greatest problems we have on the continent, period, is we have abysmal leadership. We have a leadership problem.
Okay.
We have abysmal educational systems. And then we have a misplaced identity problem. And I'll try and address the three of you and see how we tie that into helping young people.
All right.
Number one, if you go through any African country, you're going to hear one word, constant with every single one: corruption.
Okay.
Bad leadership.
Absolutely.
Corruption, bad leadership. Bad leadership and corruption equals policies that don't favor the people.
Yeah.
Once governance makes policies that don't favor the people are at the wrong end, at the wrong receiving end, and then that creates a problem.
Sure.
So that's one. Number two, our education is about a century old. It was created 2 centuries. 19th century for the factory worker, for the industrial age when we're doing steam engine, and we've moved 21st century and we're still using the same system. I still have not been able to factor algebra into anything since I studied it. Right, but I don't want to go there and cause controversy in Kenya. I just landed.
No, it's
okay.
To be safe. We're also trying to change our curriculum, so things are really happening.
So we need to have that educational conversation. What happened to digital skills? What happened to emotional intelligence? What happened to the ability to be confident, discovering yourself? Why didn't we have a class on discovering your purpose and your assignment on earth when we're in class 1 or class 2?
Yes, true.
Those are important things. Why don't we have a class on discovering happiness? Discovering the essence of your work on earth. Most of the important things. How many wealth creation courses do we have in our classes, right? Okay. So we have an educational problem. The final one that I spoke about is the misplaced identity. So I say this to you. When you wake up in the morning and you go on Instagram,
absolutely,
you probably are tracking, current news, what's happening,
sure,
other people who challenge your views, so you grow yourself. Somebody goes on Instagram for the same time that you spend and spends it watching twerk videos. That's a problem. That's a personal decision. What you go and do on YouTube or Twitter or Instagram, what you decide to do with your spare time and what somebody else decides to do is what creates the difference. So the first thing that I want us to address is, as young people, we need to stop complaining. It's okay. It's nobody's fault. We cannot put it all on the government. We can't put it all on our parents. We need to take some of the responsibility and get our act together. That's one. Number two, we need to challenge the people we've put in leadership positions to actually deliver on what they say they're going to deliver. The work I'm trying to do is to try and get more young people to get in a space of thinking. If I can challenge one person to think and say, how do I make my life better? How do I then, after I make my life better, make my home better, and my society and my community and my country? Then we can start having, because one person cannot do it. I don't know if it's the case where you've gone somewhere and somebody says to you, if we had 100 people like you, Africa will be great.
Absolutely.
That's how it is. So now, how do we create 100 of you, 100 of me, 100 of everybody that's watching, that's doing something good, and then use that multiplicity and exponential growth to get more young people involved in decision making and in impacting the continent? That's what I'm trying to push.
Absolutely.
Now